Viewer discretion is advised.
We're here. See, I know how to do this. Guys, it's been a while, but I still have not lost the magic. Just want you guys to know. I mean, some of the magic might be gone, but the alcohol isn't yet, because Envy and I are working on that right now. A very clean-shaven and awkwardly young-looking Envy, might I say. Happy Saturday. You're listening and or watching Pwnecast. This is episode 257. We are in patch 8.2 for probably a brief amount of time. You know, give or take whenever the gods decide to change it. Tonight we're going to be talking about all the things that we have not been talking about, because Envy and I have been living real life. And sometimes when you live real life, it means that something has got to give, and it is often the gaming stuff. So here we are. Catching up. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. There's been some things going on in the Azeroth universe, and it commands our attention, and this does include some encrypted things that are making me excited because I want to know what it is. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to get all caught up with all the news. We've got some, I don't want to say theory crafting, but Envy and I are drinking, so I don't really know what's going to happen, to be perfectly honest. And I got moonshine. Just throwing that out there. But we have that and much, much more. So make sure you guys stay right here.
In 2014, a crack commando unit was banned from trade chat for comments they didn't make. These men and women promptly escaped from the Stormwind stockades to the Ironforge underground. Today, still hunted by the trolls of trade chat, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, then maybe you can hire the Pwnecast. Leader and brains of the operation, it's Bell.
I want tacos so bad.
I just went in there, and Hector is gonna be running 3 Honda Civics with spoon engines. And on top of that,
With the Pwnecast team assembled, let the battle for Azeroth begin.
Hey guys, this is Bajira, and you're listening to Pwnecast.
Did I get it? Are we here? Let me unmute. We're here. I got it. We're good, guys. We are good. Okay, so welcome back. Welcome back, Envy, because we have not, outside of random pug pictures, have not exchanged a whole lot of friendship in the last, 2 weeks, because
work and shit and work.
we have to be responsible. Somebody along the line somewhere said, hey guys, it's time for you to be responsible. So here we are, making it happen.
WoW ain't gonna pay for itself. That server blade ain't gonna pay for itself.
I'm telling you, I'm on it. Did not know it was happening at first, and then I got myself caught up and was like, why was I not in the first wave of this happening? Because I wasn't paying attention. But I'm going to try to get one for DitchCon to give away. I say that now, but I might just buy it myself and say, fuck DitchCon. But I did get a beautiful, ginormous Jaina statue for DitchCon that I got it 2 weeks ago, and I'm working on some other swag items for DitchCon PC stuff, and I'm going to start the hype train rolling in about another week or two for DitchCon, because I've been relatively quiet about it, but for no other reason other than I got my head down and I'm doing shit, and I'm doing a lot of it at the same time. So trying to get this work project done so I can focus on wiping my own ass, essentially.
With those nice flushable wipes.
Yes.
They really did change my life.
So did the lavender toilet paper. Humans weren't meant to wipe with dry toilet paper. There's a reason you don't wipe a baby's ass with like a paper towel or dry toilet paper. There's a reason that it's wet. And adults should follow that same suit. Dingleberries are no one's friend, guys. Some of you that are single, you should have to wonder, is this one of the reasons I am potentially single? Because there is dingleberries. Do you feel like that's a valid assessment, Envy?
I mean, it's possible, It's a pretty fucked up world out there, so don't doubt that something exists.
Next episode,
There's
we
some
should have
shit like
a your worst dingleberry story.
I don't think I've ever had one.
Have you ever encountered one?
On the dog.
Oh my, that's.
Pugsley every once in a while.
Hey, Jesse, I love you. 9 months of a sub. Let me hook it up with some donkey roll real quick.
Donkey roll.
Because you gotta give credit where credit's due.
Donkey roll. Let me see that donkey roll.
Yes, that's great. I'm actually gonna be sending out a tweet and stuff and talking about it in Discord. I need to change some things around in the Pwnecast Discord. I'm going to be talking about volunteers and stuff that we're going to need to be doing. For those of you who backed, I'll probably send an update today, but our artist has been sick, and I've been pinging him because I wanted the art by next week so that I wanted the finalized art so that I can get everything ordered. It won't take me that long. I got all these vendors pretty much on lockdown as of now, so I'm becoming better each year in terms of the turnaround time for once I actually get the stuff. And I've got boxes already prepped. The shipping label stuff has already been input. All I just need is the stuff. So that will go relatively quickly. And I need to do the code for the legendary backers so that you guys can get your brew passes. And so yeah, lots of stuff going on. My silence does not mean we're anywhere other than where we should be. It just means that I am juggling many things at the moment, and none of them are things I want to be juggling.
Long story short, she's not gonna like bust a fire festival on y'all.
Right. God,
you're on mute.
I muted? What the fuck? It shows I'm not muted.
Unless I'm on mute.
I think you're on mute. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me now? Did my microphone take a shit? Okay, so they can hear us both. So, Envy...
No, it was my headset.
How many weeds did you eat?
I don't know. Maybe it was Pugsley who ate the weed because he's like sitting on my wire.
Yeah, that's what we call a setup. Well... Welcome everybody back. If you are new to Pwnecast, my name is Belle, and with me is my co-host with the drink most, Envy. And I'm going to apologize in advance for any group or faction or association that I'm probably going to offend. Because
we don't really mean it, though.
I mean...
The apology. We mean all the shit.
Yeah, I was going to say, I never say anything I have to be sorry for. Though sometimes I do, so I'm pretending, right? I'm acting like a hard ass when I'm really not. Sometimes I do feel bad for things I say, but it's more on the rare side. So since before we kind of get into all the things that we have to talk about, Envy, what have you been doing the last few weeks while we have been on our vacation? Did I catch you slipping?
I'll stick you to it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, other than work, which is mostly work, I've been doing too much. I enjoy my privacy. Come home, just relax, play some video games. Been playing this 2D platformer on PlayStation 4 called Blasphemous. Blasphemous, actually, but I call it Blasphemous.
I seen that in my Steam thing on the games.
It's pretty cool. Speaking of Steam, I thought it was so adorable. You know what? I appreciate the gesture, Belle. I really do.
Oh, well, I didn't know. I don't know what it... I just saw the word Doom and thought, well, I'm going to ping him just in case.
It's like pre-order now. I did that like when it was available.
Oh, yeah. See, I have no idea. What happened is... My husband was telling me about a game that's coming for Steam that's supposed to be like another game I play. It's a lie, by the way. But so I was on a mission to try to find that game, and then the what's coming to Steam stuff, and I was like, oh, I wonder if, he... I assume you probably did see it because it was Doom. You probably saw it before Doom saw it, but...
Yeah, right. Anyways, I've just been playing games here and there. Really haven't touched a WoW other than some mythic keys here and there. But, when we do play WoW, it's for raid. And
I have not
we're-
rated in 2 weeks.
Everybody's noticed, and we're not complaining.
Well, I'm sure you guys aren't, but really it's because,
It's work. We understand.
yeah,
But you'll be happy to know that we're 6'8".
good. I
We're
did
what,
sign up
for
for
the
Raid Sunday, though. Yeah, it's going to be sad for you guys. The husband's going to drive the daughter back to school, so I'm
Can
going
you
to...
just drive? I'm kidding.
I drove to
Well,
pick her
well,
up on Friday night.
We'll carry you to some extent.
I don't need to be carried. It's fresh, right? Fresh clear? Or did you save
We're
lockout?
going no, it's going to be a fresh.
Oh,
but
okay.
we're straight into heroic. We ain't fucking about with normal. And shout out to Drew. Congrats on your kill. If you're
Well,
wondering why we don't have our kill yet, for everybody else, the game is slightly challenging when you have a full fucking time job.
yeah, tell me about it. My husband's like, have you lost your love for WoW? I'm like, babe, by the time work is done, domestics are done, the only thing I have left in me is to lay in bed. And yes, I can WoW on my laptop, but that involves me being semi-upright. And, unless I can lay there and play on my mobile phone, then no. Because I'm fucking tired. Guys, most days I don't even have a bra on. Let's be real. I put one on for the sake of the show. Because that's what we do. Envy even has one on, guys. That's...
It's a C-cup.
Okay, so let's talk about what's happening for Tuesday, September 17th for the reset. Remember, guys, just so we're clear, this is a podcast about live WoW. I just want to make sure we're clear. Live WoW. I'm not using the word retail because this isn't a fucking shoe store. I'm not talking about bullshit on Classic. None of that.
I'm gonna bring up some classic stuff. I don't care.
And I'll mute your ass. Live WoW.
I think you'll appreciate it though.
Okay, if it's shit talking, I'm in. But I just want to set the expectation ahead of time, like, just so you know. And Metalish Game, with that 6-month sub, let me interrupt for a donkey roll. I think it's time for a moonshine cherry, guys.
Donkey roll.
I can't show the container on
See that donkey
Twitch, right? I'll get
roll.
banned.
I mean, you're not promoting it or anything.
I mean, it's in a mason jar because we're classy.
Well, I drink out of a mason jar. It's all smoky. For those of you wondering.
So,
Probably the only moonshine I drink.
before we get back to the reset for next week, I was telling Envy pre-show that when you drink the moonshine out of the moonshine cherries, well, not all the moonshine is gone. I got half of a container left, but what's left is the cherries, and I like just popping the cherries because I like to get right where I'm going relatively quickly, and
Who doesn't though?
you know what I'm saying? See?
I mean, I would love. Hell, I would love to pop cherries with you.
This is what's going to be happening at BlizzCon, ladies and gentlemen, because again, I was telling Envy pre-show that this BlizzCon, I go hard every BlizzCon, but I am going to go harder than I have ever went because I desperately need to completely just cut loose. Like, I'm talking naked on top of a roof of a hotel at 6 a.m. Maybe not, but like Lost in Bangkok type of unleash. Just, it's heavily needed, so prepare yourselves.
She needs to get white girl wasted. is what she's
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Get her some White Claws, some Trulies. She'd be good.
I need to be in and around all of those things. Okay, so for Tuesday the 17th, we have the World Quest bonus event. The PvP brawl is Warsong Scramble, and Pirates Day is September 19th. Go be a pirate. Because, fuck, dude, pirates are awesome. All you have to do is go to your capital city and go see the henchmen. And you will do the pirating things. I missed Harvest Day, and or Harvest Festival. I'm really sad. Because
I was at a real Harvest Festival last night.
I
Cool.
was...
Everybody's fucked up.
Those are the festivals I need to be involved in heavily. And then Brewfest a good segue, begins September 20th. Remember, Brewfest you need for the What a Long Strange Trip meta if you still don't have it done. If you are new to WoW and you need to begin it, Brewfest is a good time to start.
And you get a crack at the 2 mounts, a Kodo
Yep.
and a Ram.
Which I think this might be the only event I don't... Okay, that's a lie. It's opposite. The only event I have the mount for is the Headless Horseman. I don't have any of the other mounts, though I try really hard.
I have both Brewfest mounts. I don't have the Headless Horseman. No, I do. No, I got the asshole from Karazhan that looks exactly like him. But
The Fiery Warhorse?
Mhm.
I think my brother Dominic actually got that, and I might have been salty. You know, it's funny with these mounts. Like, I'm a collector, so if I'm going for a mount, it's 99% of the time it isn't to use it. It's 100% because I am a collector and I like to collect things that I don't use. Because I will always forever use either my Hippogriff, because I like the running animation on the ground as well as the flying, which I did unlock, and my Warlock horse, because the class mounts to me were pretty epic. And even before we got those with the order halls, though, I have I've got my Nether Steed, and it's the one before. It's like your first one. I don't ever use that one, though. It's usually just my Nether Steed. But I like the class mount. It's, it's on my list of things that are my favorite. And with having the armaments for your mounts now, I don't have to use my ugly water strider, which makes those god awful, like, the twitching sounds, like its little antlers are rubbing together, calling its little friends. I can't.
Giggity.
Ugh,
Yeah, I'll agree with that little annoying ass sound.
I can't.
For the longest time, I was playing on my mage, and I was like wondering, what the fuck am I just sinking? I'm like using my water stride. I'm like, oh yeah, the goddamn equipment.
Oh,
That
yeah.
felt so stupid.
Yeah, you need that. But I do love the mounts, and of course I am partial. I do feel like of all the mounts, the Warlock mount is the most classiest of all of the class mounts in terms of it making sense. I'm not saying the other ones don't make sense, and it could just be because I've been a Warlock forever that I'm just in tune to that.
Are you just biased?
100%. And I do like the Paladin ones. I also like the Mage one. I think the disc was cool. I don't like Belle's face when she's on a disc. That's why I don't use the carpet, but I love the carpet. I don't like her.
Oh
I see what you did there, you dirty little hamster. I love using my flying carpet, but I don't like the face that she makes. Because I also have that disc from Timeless Isle for the rep.
Yeah, I wasn't too happy with the disc. Just felt recycled.
Yes, as a lot of things are these days.
But more painfully obvious than most.
Agreed. I should have got a fork for my cherries because I don't want to get my fingers all... Hold on, I'm going to improvise, guys. Oh, wait,
Let's talk about your fingers and cherries.
I have a spoon. It's like the gods know that I'm a fat ass. Okay. So, let's talk about some things.
Mm-hmm.
In case you are like me and you have been living on top of a mountain somewhere, you can have a piece of iconic history in a World of Warcraft server blade. Now, some of you are thinking, why do I want that? Well, I mean, it's a server blade for World of Warcraft. Why wouldn't you want it? The first wave already went out. The second wave is September 17th at 5 p.m. PST, and it's $300. They're scheduled to be delivered Q4 2019, which we're getting ready to start Q4 in October, right?
Mm-hmm.
If my TPS reports are correct from Thursday to leadership. But, guys, I want to buy one. And for no other reason other than, like, this is my game and it's a server blade. And it's going, like, people are going to tell you I'm going to do it for charity. Which, guys, the charity, Pencils of Promise, I went to the website to check it out. Like, it's pretty cool. Its main focus is education for children, especially children who don't have access to good education. And to be perfectly honest, I don't know if you guys have seen this fucking generation on social media. God knows we need education help. I'm going to start paying for people's college educations because fuck if this generation isn't retarded. If you are part of this generation, guys, don't be offended, but Jesus Christ.
And rant. But yes, I bought a blade.
Oh, you did actually, fuck off.
I like Lena. She like messages me and she's like, "Hey, the blades are on sale." I'm like, "Okay, get it." And just that, I'm like, I respond, "Get it," and then she responds, "So you want me to buy one?" And like, I didn't reply calmly. I just went straight from like nice guy to fucking dickbag almost immediately. I'm like, "Buy the fucking server blade! What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. I yelled at my wife to buy the goddamn server
That's
blade.
that's conversations with me and my husband. When I say something that is an obvious do this thing, and then he wants confirmation. I know why he wants the confirmation, because he doesn't want me to get mad that he did a thing because I didn't confirm, but sometimes you just gotta just do it. I believe that's a Nike thing. I'm pretty sure it's a Nike thing.
But you're right. It's a good charity, but I totally bought it for myself. I'm like, that's all cool. And you know, if you're a purist, it's like, oh, it's not like a named server like Cenarius or Arjadon or whatever, right? Like, so what? Like, at some point, your data ran through that server. That should be justification enough. It's a cool looking server.
I mean, it's a World of Warcraft server.
Yeah,
like-
if you're a real big fan and you got money to spare, do it. No one's gonna judge you. Hell, I bought a freaking Joe Staley jersey, San Francisco 49er. I paid $750 fucking dollars for it. Why? Because I thought it was fucking cool.
Yeah, because
But
it's
it's a good charity.
server. Like, that's what you do. It's
Do it.
whatever
You want it, do
is good for you. Those are the things that you have to do, because
Ooh, excuse me. Ain't nobody gonna judge you for buying stupid shit. I buy stupid shit all the time, and I fucking enjoy it.
how are you enjoying that bike?
Oh, fucking bike raped me.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Your wife messaged me, she almost died, and I was like, honestly, I'm surprised, like, your husband didn't fucking code right on the goddamn bike, like.
She told you specifically in the text message what exactly she has a problem with.
So before they got the bike, she says to me, so we're getting this bike. And I said, you're not getting that fucking couple grand bike. You could just duct tape a fucking iPad to it and get the same thing without paying all that money. She goes, well, he really wants one and we've wanted one forever. I said, well, let me know when one or two of you die, because I need the house. I don't want the pugs, but I want the house. And she sent me a message and said, yep, I almost died. I think she said she maybe got like 10 minutes in.
Yeah. The seat. She wasn't very comfortable with the seat. She used a specific set of words to describe a pain point, and that I will not repeat, but you can use your imagination.
Oh, I don't need to use my imagination. I am already aware of the things that we laughed about it. It was a good breaker up in the middle of my workday. I enjoyed it immensely. So if you go to the gear store, bookmark that, add it to your wish list, whatever. Stay flossy, my friends, because you're gonna have to be on that click game.
You know, you're just gonna be like walking down Los Angeles Boulevard or something, and all you got on your person is this server blade, and you're gonna see Randy Jackson walking down the street. You're gonna be like, he's gotta sign this.
Yeah, you're not gonna not get Randy Jackson's autograph.
Trust me. Just buy the blade.
FYI, there's no data on it. It's
That'd
just
be hilarious if there were.
it's strictly for commemorative, and I appreciate that they're, you know, I appreciate that they're doing it. I appreciate that you can get it. And I didn't check. So all the proceeds, 100% of the sale minus the freight and what it cost for them to, because they did it they got a little collector's thing, and it's in a case, and they did stuff like that's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Because they could have sold this shit for $1,000 each, and people would buy it, and it could have been their own money. I'm just throwing that out there. I appreciate that. I 100% appreciate. But let's be clear, I'm not getting one because it's going to charity. I'm not going to be one of those people that's like, oh, I'm just supporting a good cause. No, fuckers. That's great that is an additional bonus, right? That is a bonus. That is a benefit feature, whatever. I am buying it because I'm selfish. So
I'm gonna see if I can claim it on my taxes.
can you claim it on your? Is it taxable?
I don't know. Who knows these days? That'd be hilarious if it were, though.
Well,
Here you go.
also
Give
the
me
key
300
art,
bucks back.
the BlizzCon 2019 key art, and we all know that, and I hope I don't have to tell you this, that the key art is always foretelling. We just don't know what the foretelling is, right? Like, it clicks and makes sense after, but it's always foretelling. I am 99.999% positive we are going to see an expansion announcement. I will be very surprised if we don't. And in fact, I think we're going to see something more than an expansion announcement, though I don't know what that means. So I do think that it is going to be more than just your basic expansion announcement. I don't expect it to be, oh, this is the expansion, goody, happy-go-lucky, blah, blah, blah. I don't expect that whatsoever. But I do expect that we are going to see something additional that's going to knock our socks off.
It's gonna be huge.
I don't know why I think that. I don't have any intel, because what I wanted to do, especially with this expansion, is, I think I told you guys this last show, every expansion I ruin it because I know the expansion before it's announced. I know all the things before it happens, and I just want to go as I used to, not knowing this information, and feel the feelings that I go to feel, to be surprised and to be shocked, and it even for patches, guys. I don't know what the fuck's happening for patches, and I love it because I miss that element. Sometimes it's not fun knowing everything, and it's not fun anyway because you can't talk about it. Like, that's not fun for anyone. But everything in my gut tells me that this is going to be epic in terms of World of Warcraft. I'm sure it is for the other, for the other games as well. That's not to take anything away from the other games. I don't give a shit about the other games. I care about WoW. Specifically live WoW. Just so I
was about to say.
To that end, it's funny because when I was on Wowhead, I seen these webhooks for only, well, they call it retail, but I can't call this game retail. I can't. I changed the webhook in the Riders of Rohan Discord for it to be only PTR webhook and only live news, not all the other garbage. I actually have to go in and purge that room of all the old stuff, but I'm really happy about that. I also hope that the Wowhead website will follow suit, and I don't want to see anything classic related on the news feed when I go to Wowhead. I want to just see stuff I care about, so I don't know if that involves, maybe we have a setting where we can decide what shows up in their news feed. I know usually the news feeds like that are like a catch-all, but I would really love to go there and not give a fuck about how to make Golden Classic or what gear is best for rating or how to catch a goddamn squirrel. You know?
You're still gonna get trolled by a cookie here and there.
And that's okay. But there's a link that I have bookmarked that omits. It's literally just the news I care about from Wowhead.
It filters.
In a filter. But I when I went to look at the news today, I went back 8 pages and only saw one mention of classic stuff. So maybe they're kind of working it out. But I think that that's important because, and it's equally important for those who give a shit about classic stuff, right? Like, maybe you don't play, I'm not saying the word retail. I'm sorry. I absolutely refuse to say the word retail. But it's good for those who only care about that, right? Who only want
Segregation is okay in this.
That sounded racist.
It did, but segregation's just a word. I'm not implying the other stuff isn't. I'm gonna make myself clear because Belle touched on it earlier. If you're part of that generation, Jesus Christ.
But Jesus Christ. Listen,
Jesus Christ.
my kid is home from college this weekend, and she has a fucking safety pin in her ear. And when I asked her on FaceTime last week why she has a fucking safety pin in her ear, she said to me, "It's my style." I said to her, "Your style of what?" And she goes, it's like my style statement. And I said, "How has nobody kicked your ass? Because if I was in your school, college adult or not, I'd be lighting your ass up, girl, because you look like a fucking idiot." And she goes, "No, everybody's been complimenting me." To which I responded, "That really makes me worry for the youth of America. Because this generation that is in college now is going to be wiping my ass when I'm 90, right? So this makes me scared, genuinely terrified." And then when I pick her up and we get home and I'm like, "You still got the safety pin." And it's not tactical. If she ever gets in like a bar fight when she's 21, or if she ever gets into a brawl, like the first thing some bitch is going to do is grab the ear and yank it. I don't know.
Have you ever seen a troll like those people that have gauges and whatnot? You get like a padlock and just lock it and run.
Oh, I should buy her a really big safety pin off Amazon, like a giant, like, novelty safety pin, and be like, "Here, I got your next accessory for when you're ready to swap it out." And the thing is, it doesn't even look cool. She doesn't look like she's innovating or paving the way for other people to have bold fashion. It just is a fucking safety pin. And then I told her, "Well, it's a good thing I got you that first aid kit for your dorm room, because now you have a plethora of sizes of safety pin. To fuck what, you just put 10 in there." It is removal. And you know what? You are right. You are absolutely right. I can't even be mad because it is temporary and it is removable. And these are things that she only has to learn on her own, right? I can't lead her down this road. These are things she has to. And it's funny because when I grew up, we didn't have online to show us all of our past mistakes. I have to walk down memory lane, right? There isn't proof of my moronic young adult years, thank God. But we live in the age where all of the things that you are going to regret later, there is proof all over the internet. And it sucks because you can't even hide from that. But yes, you are right. And I hope that is the least of it. She's done a lot very quickly. She dyed her hair. She got her tongue pierced. She wants to get her nose pierced. Like, there's all these things. And I just said, can you just space it out? Just fucking space it out.
Kids, they don't sound fun at all.
No.
I'm just going to stick with pugs.
You can have some of mine.
Nah, you can keep them.
I got some extras lying around. But it could be worse, right? And what do I have to complain about? She's in honors college at a good college, right? She's good. It could be worse. So I have not, outside of made fun of her and just told her that she looks like an autistic pirate.
What the fuck? Autistic pirate.
Outside of doing those things. hope she isn't watching.
What the fuck?
I don't know. She.
Autistic pirate.
Guys, I've been drinking. And
I've been smoking.
that was my
Bacon,
third
whatever.
moonshine cherry.
Oh my.
Let that do its business.
Did I leave any of that like grain alcohol at your place? The like 190 proof stuff?
I believe it's underneath. No, we hid it for my brother, so it's in my closet.
So you should be drinking it.
I feel like it smells like it should be disinfecting a cut.
It pretty much is. It's, for everybody else, it's basically a Colorado knockoff of Everclear 190.
And before we go on to the key art and what that could potentially mean, we went to, my mom is in town, and every year my mom comes at the same time, and she used to come right before BlizzCon. Now she comes 2 months before because she knows I'm scatterbrained before then. But we always go to Texas Roadhouse, and I'm never disappointed. But Texas Roadhouse has they're called Legendary Margaritas. They're brand new, and I got to tell you, I will be going back next week because I couldn't take it home. It's the Patron Silver, it's the Anejo, and the third one I can't remember, and it is absolutely the best. It's a dangerous margarita. Like, my husband doesn't really like margaritas, but he was like, damn, that's fucking good. So, and they do their own house-made mix, which whenever the mix is fresh squeezed, it's always the best. Anyway, okay. So if you haven't had a chance to go to Texas Roadhouse, go to Texas Roadhouse, get a legendary margarita on the rocks. You won't be
Life
sorry.
advice.
We haven't had that for a while. So, key art. Now, here's the thing about the key art. I'm never particularly impressed with the key art. And when I say that, it's always the same, you know, there isn't a whole lot of change up. Every year it's essentially the same. It's just different people, right? And that's fine. That's what they're known for. And I get a mug every year. I get the pin. I get the regular BlizzCon pin, but I do get the key art mug because that seems to be something I enjoy collecting.
Not the poster?
No, the only reason I don't get the poster is because, like, I have my giant Star Trek painting, and then I have all of my other fandoms, including World of Warcraft stuff, already for posters. I just don't have space for it.
Fair enough.
I'd rather have the mug because I use the mug, right? Because I drink coffee every day. So the mug, and it's nice because I think I have 4 or 5 now, maybe. I don't actually remember. I should probably go check that. But, so, in looking at this key art, one of the reasons that us as World of Warcraft players give a shit about the key art is because if it isn't an expansion announcement week, or BlizzCon, if we're in between, then it's patch, right? And all the key art is always foretelling of
What's next?
What's next, but we don't know what it is because it's just the person. And Sylvanas is on the key art. Is that a surprise? No, it's not a particular surprise. And the reason it's not a particular surprise is because I am hoping we're going to kill her.
So, first of all, I'm not here to throw out any spoilers. I hate spoilers. When a new raid comes out, I hate watching how-to guides on YouTube because I want to keep it a surprise, but, you know, I do it for the raid. I digress. There's some spoilers out there and some theory crafting because there's some crazy stuff that's been data mined, and I'm not going to bring it up. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but
But can you tell me, though?
I could tell you.
Did I
but
miss it? Can you send me a
No.
chat?
I guess. Fine.
Well, that way I could think about it while you're telling us the non-spoiler spoilers. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's one of those things that's out there, and it's kind of a spoiler for me, so I just don't pay attention to it. But it also, the fact that I already know about it, and I know intimate details, I suppose.
What does
Details.
intimate mean?
You know enough, as much as everybody else, I guess.
Oh, okay, got you. Because intimate got me
Yeah.
excited, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, you are popping those cherries. Wow. But yeah, if you know what I'm talking about, it's you kind of have an idea or a speculation, and it's a pretty strong one at that. And yeah,
So read this thing on this page, and I didn't pay attention to it before, but this Kalia situation, being the Queen of the Forsaken.
you know,
I don't know if that's a spoiler or a potential spoiler or could be a thing. I don't really know. And if you guys are watching this, you're not watching it for its quality anyway, right? You're watching it because we are mildly entertaining.
very mildly.
There needs to be a queen, because I'm hoping that like, what scares me is 99% of the time the Kiart has been the hero. I think there was 2 years. One was Gul'dan, who was on the Kiart, and like, some would argue that Illidan could have been, like, when Illidan was on the Kiart, that he was the villain, but he wasn't in Legion, right? Like, that was kind of like a, I don't want to call it a redemption, but he was basically finally reckoning, right, with the things that he had done, and though he couldn't make up for it, I think he attempted, and, you know, that's good for me. I think that's okay. You could be the betrayer, and you felt like you did what you had to do at the time. And would I kill people if it meant I could be more powerful and protect the rest of my people? Abso-fucking-lutely. Because the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few sometimes. But historically, it's usually the hero. So I'm afraid that she is, in fact, going to be the hero, but I'm praying that it is because she is going to be the villain. Thoughts?
And we're talking about Kalia.
Well, if Sylvanas were to go away, she's already undead. How do you kill that which is already dead?
Hey, the South Park couldn't figure it out. I don't think we can.
Even with the Sword of a Thousand Truths. But how do you kill?
I mean, they do it themselves. They have like the, what do they call it?
Is it like a Highlander type of deal where you chop the head off?
Well, if you play a Forsaken or Undead, when you're questing through, they always call like a final death or something of the sort. Second death, but it's a permanent one for the undead.
Like Elevensies, except it's death.
Right. And then you got the Valkyr. The Valkyr, there's 3 of them, like Drew had mentioned. Same type of, actually I've learned all of this just in that questing zone. There are 3 Valkyr, can't remember if it was the Horde or the Alliance, but somebody stabs Sylvanas and she dies. And you know, the Horde orc commander in the area begged one of the Valkyrs to resurrect her, even though he didn't agree with her methods. He like save her, and you know, Valkyr pretty much said, "Well, it's part of our oath. Fuck it. You know, one dies, she's back to life." So the Valkyr kill them.
I remember the cinematic in Stormheim with Gen trying to kill her Valkyr, right? Or save her. Gen was trying to do something with the Valkyr.
She was trying to convert that Valkyr.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You do that, yeah. And he basically stopped it. He took away from her what she took away from him.
I have to prepare myself in advance for them doing a redemption on Sylvanas where she makes a great sacrifice, right? I have to mentally prepare for that because I think the expectation so far into this expansion of everything we have been through, I think the expectation is that she is going to be killed, right? Because somebody's got to answer for this shit, and I'm still fucking pissed off about the kids that died and the tree that's burnt, right? Like, I can get over the tree, but I'm still traumatized. But I'm mentally preparing myself for it going the way that I don't think it's going to go, because they, you know, one thing I want them to not do is be predictable, and I am expecting her to be redeemed and her to make a great sacrifice. Don't know what that great sacrifice is, but I'm expecting. I don't really know what I'm expecting, but I don't think she's going to be. I don't think she's going to be the. I don't think they're going to end it with her being the villain. I would love that to be the case. But the fact that Kalia was
don't you?
mentioned as a potential Queen of the Forsaken means that there's been thought process there, not just on, like, other people have thought, well, what happens to the Forsaken when their Banshee's dead? They need a queen, right?
Right. They could also go to the Lich King. But he's more in control of, like, undead.
Right.
Forsaken actually have a conscience. They are aware. They're them. They've broken free of the Lich King's clutches, essentially.
Right.
But they've also mentioned that without a queen, they might revert back to their primal ways.
It happens every week on a game I play when I'm AFK. When the queen's away, everybody acts out. And we're going to go for 4 cherries, guys.
Oh.
I didn't eat a lot either, so thinking. And Angie, when you went, did you get a legendary margarita? I need you to try one the next time you go because you will not be sorry. Kalia, I don't really know a lot about her in terms of, I don't have a lot of FaceTime with her as an individual. I know what Rem has told me and I know what I have read, but I don't. I'm more focused on finding a wife for my king.
Well, you can throw Kelly out of the window.
Right, because she's not.
I'm still pretty convinced.
She can't
it's gonna be
produce,
Talia.
right? You can't have
Yeah.
undead babies. Is that?
That'd be scary.
It's happened in a few movies, but I don't particularly like when that happens. But we need heirs, right? I need some security for the throne. Like, I realize this isn't England, and he's not going to be assassinated because he doesn't have an heir, but he might be, and I need to know that it's secure.
And there was that Talia, I think, would be.
Oh yeah, we did talk about Talia.
And she's basically royalty, the Lich King's daughter, essentially. Fucking
She's
Bolvar.
Bolvar's daughter, right?
Yeah. And he's gonna. The king's gonna dip his Peter in that. Don't you worry.
Maybe.
It just makes sense. She's also pretty young. They're about the same age.
I just need her to be fertile. I don't.
Well. But in Warcraft history, she's probably gonna give birth, and then she's probably gonna die.
Well, and what if, like, Drew, that's a good question. What if Bolvar was Anduin's father-in-law? That's how you do it, right? When you are trying to merge power, you marry that power. That is how it's been done since the beginning of the dawn of time, is you either warred for that power or you married and merged for that power and support, i.e. England and Spain. So I agree that would be pretty amazing. And I'm probably the only one who gives a shit about who the king marries. But that's an important factor for me because
Doesn't Anduin already have a father? No. I'm thinking something else. I'm thinking like a godfather. That was.
I was going to say, he had a dad.
Wolfar.
Thank you for bringing it up. We lost him in the war. Thanks.
On Father's Day, I saw somebody post that like Happy Father's Day #Rip Variant.
I think I saw that too.
sliding down a snowman. I'm like, too soon.
Yeah, that hurts my feelings. I cried at BlizzCon during that. I'm not even gonna lie. So, Sylvanas, hero, not hero. That's one of the things that remains to be seen. Because even with the little kind of glimmers of things here and there, we don't really know. Because Wowhead's got shit that's encrypted on their, which not Wowhead, Blizzard. And I appreciate that because I don't want to be spoiled. I don't want to be spoiled at all. I want to be pleasantly surprised. So here we go. Pleasantly surprised. But I like that it's encrypted. That makes me feel good that it's encrypted because
Some
I don't wanna
people
be
are really
spoiled.
trying. Because
I
I read that link.
they even put like the type of encryption. I'm just like, wow, these guys are like doing way too much. Like seriously way too much.
So a group of people, I guess, figured out that like they're cinematics, right? And one's like a minute 33, and another's like 6 minutes. Like, what can it mean? And somebody else came out like, it's probably like the Sour Fang cinematic, and the other things that the other past cinematics that we've seen that they're just throwing in the game, so you can see them in an in-game cutscene. They've
Maybe.
done that with the other ones, but the times match up. But again, it's speculation.
All the times they match up exactly?
Pretty close, pretty very very close. So they're thinking it could be that, but some people really just need to know. Christ.
Well, the thing is people are saying, well, this isn't a content patch. It is, though, because we have more war campaign to progress through. So I think the idea, is that we are going to be seeing that. And if we... Fucking Christ. If we need them to hide it in unexpected, right? Because nobody's expecting, outside of the Rathian stuff, nobody's really expecting big things that I know of. Well, the Rathian thing in its own right can be huge, right?
Yeah.
Huge. Can you see what I did there? Because
I'm just thinking about those cherries again.
no, I'm about to eat one though. Are we ready?
Oh my.
Because I'm ready. My body's ready to eat them. Well, one anyway. It's really harsh though because it's all soaked. Like there's no cherry flavor in there whatsoever.
Okay. So stick with that brand you got there. I tried this one called Moonlight Moonshine, or Midnight. Sorry, Midnight Moonshine. Oh, like that tasted so horrible. Me and Alex tried eating one of those like soaked strawberries. We cut it in half and we're like, "Cheers!" Goddamn, talk about dragon breath. And we just kind of looked at each other like, "Are you gonna finish this?" It was horrible.
So we're going to talk about some other stuff. So we're going to talk about some of the things that I potentially whatever, and maybe we don't know. It's just kind of guesstimating at this point. But I want to make sure that I talk about the Recruiter Friend because that is coming back, and we knew that they were revamping the system. Make sure you go and check out all the things that are available. But they, let's see, titles, which is good. Game time.
Level sync or party sync is huge.
Party sync. Which you don't need Recruiter Friend for party sync, but that helps in the process if you're recruiting a friend. And then you get there's a mount for 2. The Jungle Hopper is what it's called.
The Explorer stuff. Pretty cool.
But they've, it's really good that they've done that, and I appreciate that because there's the camel and some other shit. But the Recruiter Friend, did they say when it was officially coming back?
I didn't read anywhere that it did. It might actually be live. Who knows?
FYI,
No, I don't think it would be. Go ahead.
These rewards are not for Classic. So if you are expecting them, it's not going to happen. But you can use the game time reward works because you only need 1 sub to have both live and Classic. So, which is smart to me, I think.
Yeah, Recruiter Friend is available to even veteran players that haven't played in like 2 years, which it's kind of like shitty but hilarious in its own right. What about the players that just came back to play Classic? And maybe Blizzard's trying to like appeal to them, like, hey, why don't you come give live a chance? They just missed out on a pretty decent like XP boost, 50%.
Yeah, 8.2.5 is the end of, this is we're summing up. So what comes after 8.2.5?
More war. People gonna die.
Is there any other patches they've discussed? I don't remember seeing an 8.3.
Again, it's that thing that we were just talking about that I don't want to bring up. there's a lot of speculation that that's pretty much it. Like, this is what's going to lead us into the next expansion.
Got it. Well, it's going to lead us into the next content, the next patch for the expansion, right? Because we always have there's always pre-shit that we do. We have like 1 or 2 stuffs that we do at the end of an expansion to lead us in, and then we have the pre-expansion patch that we do stuff in. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. That makes a lot of sense. And, you know, this is exciting times. It's exciting stuff. There's so much good that's going to happen because I'm ready.
I'm really excited for BlizzCon for once.
BFA was good, right? BFA was good. I got everything that I hoped and dreamed for and wanted and more out of BFA.
Yet?
I did get flying. I did.
Oh,
I've had flying for a few weeks.
Oh, look at you. I'm so proud of you.
I spent 2 hours one day and 2 hours the other day exploring no, all the places. I did all of Quilteris and I did Vol'dun and
for the contract. Gotcha.
But I wanted to see it all. I explored it all from the view of the top because that was fun for me. So I went and seen everything that I had not gotten to see because I did not have flying. And it never disappoints. It's the only reason I care about flying when it's time for flying. The first, however long we're in an expansion without flying, it doesn't bother me. It's annoying, but it doesn't bother me.
It also like forces you to actually see the scenery and enjoy it.
And I have to work. The game isn't fun if you right away can go and do things. And being in war mode makes it particularly interesting. So, though I'm excited to be in war mode with flying now.
Oh, you're back in war mode, huh?
I haven't been on to turn it on, but I did tell my husband I was turning war mode back on because the reason I didn't have it on was for flying, and I got it, so I'm good. And there's some achievements I wanna close out. So, recruit a friend. Make sure you take care of that because those things are important. And then another thing that I wanted to mention, in regards to 8.2.5, we talked about the party sync. But guys, does anybody know where we can get a hold of Devon Sawa? Because we got a Final Destination situation, which, not to be weird, but I follow Devon Sawa on Twitter, and he's actually quite fucking hysterical. But one of the things that I thought was particularly interesting was the show Final Destination button. And no, it does not mean you are going to get attacked by a tripwire in your bathroom and drown in your bathtub. It basically means that it does exactly what you think it's going to do. Top of your quest panel, you click it, shows you exactly where you need to go.
The reason in here is that you're an adult, you're a big boy, big girl, you got pants on, maybe, hopefully, for the sake of everybody. You can figure out how to get there on your own goddamn time.
Yep.
But if you prefer it the old way, it's an option.
And I am perpetually lost. So for a person who is perpetually lost in game, this is great for me. Because sometimes I'll be looking for the thing, and because your quest guy will be with you sometimes, it isn't obvious what you need to do or where you need to go. So I'm excited. I think these are little quality of life improvement things that give people the option. And if you don't want the option, great, you don't have to take it. But it's nice to be able to plan things out. I'm a planner. And especially when you're questing with multiple people, you have to be efficient in your questing. Especially when you're leveling. When it's a leveling scenario, you have to be efficient in your questing. Mm-hmm. I think.
The rage is real if you're, like, not there. Like, if you're one quest behind, like, motherfucker, hurry your bitch ass up.
And the party sync should really seek to solve those problems, which I think it's needed. I think these are things that I wanted, but didn't know I wanted. Because
this is Blizzard holding our hand, and, you know, it's actually okay.
Because give you the choice, right? Because you can make the choice. You can choose to not sync when you're in a party. You can choose to not. You can make the choice, which this is all I've ever wanted. I don't want everything spoon-fed to me because I don't mind working for things. However, some things I do want the easy way because it isn't the things that matter to me. The things that matter to me, I want to do the hard way. The things that don't matter to me are the things that I don't give a shit if it is the easy button. But I want you to let me make the decision. Give me the option and I'll make the decision myself. Quit deciding what's fun for me. Because, as my husband finds out occasionally, it never works out if you find out what's fun for me. Because it's going to be the exact opposite. Man, these guys are just relentless. So, also I want to tell you guys, I know I've been shit-talking the model updates, right? I always shit-talk them for no other reason other than it's something for me to do. And I appreciate being able to do them. So
Are you going to be a Worgen now?
No, I'm not going to be a Worgen. I didn't really care for the goblin stuff. Keep in mind, guys, I don't like goblins. But the Worgen, I was like, whoa. Like, okay, you kind of are looking like a Worgen. Like, I'm ready. I'm in. I'm going to be one. Well,
you don't see them running around a lot either.
No, because they're ugly.
Yeah.
What I can't handle mostly is the animation. If I'm being honest. The animation makes me crazy.
It's been the same since launch.
You right?
I think they even use the same animation from like the original Worgen. Just recycled that and like, yeah, it's cool.
You know what is like? I like the female Worgen, even the older model. Like I appreciated her as a person because she's awesome, but I don't like the dude. Dudes are ugly anyway. My husband was a Worgen for a really long time. His mage was a Worgen, I think. Memory serves me correctly. It is a dying breed, though. You don't see them very often. You see them in human form, and I think it's because of the gear. Historically, the armor does not look really cool on a Worgen.
No. And it didn't for...
it's not really tailor-made,
Trolls.
right?
Trolls, like, sucked, too. But when
I agree.
the Zandalari came out, and they were walking upright, it looked amazing.
Yeah, when my main horde side was a troll before I made her... before I made her the Nightfallen, I couldn't find anything good for her as far as Mog. Because if I'm going to go to the dark side and I'm going to do some horde stuff, I want to play the role, right? Like, I don't want it to be the same Mog that's on Bell. I want it to represent living in that immersion. And I could never find any. So I just put a hoe Mog on her because she was tall, and tall equals hoe, I guess. Sorry if you're tall. And I inadvertently called you a hoe. I'm trying really hard to continue to maintain myself.
You don't know the cherry?
I'm about to. I didn't really eat a lot. My mom got food, and I didn't eat very much of it because I was multitasking. So, very happy with the Worgen model. Like, it's good. Good.
It's legit.
Yeah, it's good for me, and it makes me happy, and I'm not even going to play one, but... I'm excited for those that are excited because everybody seemed to be really excited about the Goblin, but nobody was really talking about the Worgen. Remember when the new models were first being done? I think it was for Draenor maybe, and like the baloney nipples the male humans had.
The Tara Reeds.
One too many botched plastic surgeries. They were just giant baloney nipples. I just want to keep saying that because sometimes it's fun to say things like baloney nipples.
You make me think of Chris Farley.
Well, he's dead, so thank you for making that a warm experience.
You know, just down by the river.
Oh, man, a van down by the river. All right. So also, I'm sure everybody's seen it, and I'm sure people have talked about it. We've had Duskwood and a few others redone by this gentleman who does the Grizzly Hills one was particularly my favorite, but he redid Stormwind City using Unreal Engine 4. Now, we've talked about this a few times, and Envy and I specifically have talked about this a few times. And one of the things that we talked about is how cool this would be. So I'm checking it out, looking at stuff, and I'm thinking, you know, this is all right. It's all right. I go through the comments, and I thought, well, fuck. I actually agree with a lot of people in this thread. This is the first time ever that I have ever agreed with people on the fucking internet. They were 100% right. And 99% of them were saying, like, this looks pretty cool. However, it isn't WoW. And it doesn't look like WoW. And I wouldn't play this game. And I 100% agree that I really hope Blizzard would not go in the direction of Unreal Engine 4 unless they kept it as visually close to WoW we have, which is vibrant, right? My problem with this is it is too real. It is not vibrant. And it is not WoW. It's cool and it's awesome. And it's really great that he did this Daniel guy. But it isn't WoW. And it doesn't look like WoW. And it doesn't look like anything I would play.
And also, it also comes down to the fan base, right? Like a lot of people don't have the best PCs. Now, the Unreal 4 engine's a really robust engine. It's an efficient engine, but it can still be pretty taxing. So
yeah, it's what Arc and all that's based on.
So to like release this and call it a standard WoW, you might alienate some of your fan base because they just can't afford the hardware.
And it 100% doesn't look like WoW.
That too.
Like, it's cool, don't get me wrong. Like, some of this stuff is, like, impressive. Impressive for making cinematics even, right? Like, it's impressive.
Epic knows their shit. However, the engine belongs to a competitor, so I don't see Activision bending the knee there.
No, and maybe it means, Blizzard steps up their graphic game, right? Like, I would like things to be better. I'm really super sick of triangle trees, and, most of that's the older stuff because their thought process there is why do we need to revamp the older expansion stuff, right? Because, well, now we have an even better reason to revamp it because Classic is out. People want to go see that ugly shit, let them go play Classic. But we don't use it very much anymore, so it makes sense that they don't. But I super want new WoW, but not this. This showed me what I didn't want. And I think that what this did too, I don't know if anybody agrees here, but I think that this also showed other people what they don't want. We all want the best of the best in the new and all those things, but I wouldn't play this. I play Arc, and I like Arc visually. It's gorgeous visually. Atlas is gorgeous visually. I like WoW for what WoW is, and a lot of the WoW maps are breathtaking, and they are not on Unreal Engine, and they are fucking breathtaking. Suramar, breathtaking.
Pandaria.
Breathtaking. Grizzly Hills even, Storm Peaks, like these are things that are just instantly the moment I'm on these maps, I remember the first time I saw this map. I remember how I felt. I remember who I was playing with. I remember the way that I felt and how much fun I had, and these are things you can't pay for. I mean, you can because I do. But you don't have to. They're free. The nostalgia's free. The friends you have to pay for because at some point all your friends abandon you and you have to buy them. Well, I don't have to buy Envy. Like, I think we like a lot of the same shit, so that was pretty much easy. And I think he might be in love with my Ginger, so that makes it easier.
He doesn't write or call anymore. I'm starting to get worried about him.
That poor man. He is my hero. Every fucking day, that man's my hero.
So, do you need a vacation?
So
I can fly him over to Denver if you like.
No, if he left me right now, I would be in shit water, which I'm supposed to be going to Chicago the 24th through the 27th, I think. We got a roadmap shit with the engineers.
So I'm going to California next weekend. For the whole week. It's going to suck. Because it's like 90.
I think most of the travel is going to be Chicago. They're getting an office downtown, which I like staying downtown, so it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I stay right, the Embassy Suites right across from the Hilton Garden Inn. and the room was beautiful. Everything was amazing. Like my whole hotel experience was the first time I did not have to Karen. Which doesn't happen very often. But, so, yeah, I think things like this show us things that are really cool. It's not what I want. And I think that those things are helpful. And I appreciate that I agreed with because I thought, well, everyone's going to be like, this should be the new WoW. And everybody was like, this is really awesome. And it's great that this guy took the time to do this, but this isn't WoW. I would be over it after the first 2 hours. And that should say something. Because I watched a trailer for Skyrim, not Skyrim, Elder Scrolls. Well, Skyrim wasn't it an expansion of Elder Scrolls? I don't know. I have never played Elder Scrolls. And the only reason is because in my MMO life, I only have room for one.
Oh, the MMO, you're thinking, I just went blank, but yeah.
But
Elder Scrolls Online.
there's a new one coming out.
Yeah.
So I was watching the trailer and I thought, wow, that's fucking gorgeous. It's kind of a mix between a little bit of Ark visually and WoW, right? Like it's kind of like a marriage of both of those two, both of those two things. And I might actually check it out.
Did you ever play Rift?
I feel like I have. No, look,
Oh.
I might have.
Rift came out. They were being arrogant. I remember the commercials. Like, look, they were awesome, visually awesome commercials, and they would end with, "We're not in Azeroth anymore." Like, ooh, that's a bold statement. Graphically, it looked amazing.
Well, it looks
And-
kind of like Terra.
Yeah, and it brought talent trees, like WoW talent trees, and it played like WoW. It felt like WoW, but with the nice graphics and everything, it just didn't feel like WoW.
Wasn't a connection, right?
And I tried it for about a week or two, and then right back to WoW.
I think I did play it. It was probably around the same time. Because I like Terra. I haven't played Terra in a really long time, but I I enjoy Terra because there's, I don't know, it's really obscure to me, and it's just, I don't understand anything that's going on. And I don't understand the story whatsoever, but I like the gameplay animations. I like the abilities, and I oddly really like that my chick is dressed like a slut.
She eating cherries too?
No, she's not eating cherries, though if I eat one more, I'm not going to be able to speak. But
Do it.
I suddenly got really hungry, too.
Me too. I wonder why.
So the encrypted files, I want to go back to that for just 2 seconds. So you're saying that so it's the same exact size as the other ones that we have now.
Yes. So,
Like it's the same minute long.
So yeah, like the old Sourfang cinematic,
Hold on, I'm going to go look this up because
Lost Honor, and Old Soldier. They're about like 3 minutes in length and 6 minutes in length.
Hold on, I'm going to check. So, let's see it.
Let's see here. They say Old Sourfang.
Is it on this page?
Yeah?
Where, like, the comparison to the old one?
Oh no, it just doesn't compare the old one. It just tells you that it's about the same length. But I'm doing that right now because why the hell not?
Yeah, well, because I feel like...
If you're still watching, welcome to the Looney Bin.
Well, this is the end of the show where it's garbage anyway. But I think...
3:19. So, Lost Honor is 3 minutes and 19 seconds. The movie ID in the cinematic is 3 minutes and 18 seconds. Let's see. Old Soldier. Old Soldier, 6 minutes 22 seconds. The cinematic ID here, the movie ID, 6 minutes and 18 seconds. So I'd say it makes sense. They shave off some seconds because there's no like promotion or anything like World of Warcraft, yada yada. It's just the scene and back to game.
Oh, somebody did say it. Yeah, somebody did say that very thing. They might be finally putting them into the game. Well, that sucks. Because that's probably what it is. That just made me really sad.
That other thing that we were talking about but not talking about, there's still something in that.
Is it? Why can't we talk about it? Because wasn't it posted? Because I read it on Wowhead. I read it on a thread somewhere, like a week ago. I was in the potty and I was reading theory crafting stuff.
Yeah, but it was considered a huge leak.
It was?
Mm-hmm.
I seen it on Twitter, didn't I?
Or possibly.
What was its origin?
I don't know. I didn't really want to look into it. I saw it online. I just kind of like ignored it, and then one of my employees just outright.
Hold on, I'm gonna look into it. I want to see where this came from because oh
my.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bookmark this. This is interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna talk
We
about it
have
later,
to listen. We're not gonna talk about it tonight, but this is pretty interesting. Now, keep in mind, I'm gonna do something I haven't done, but it's because it gets the people going.
Yep. You know what else gets people going?
Tacos? We're at the end of the show, but
Little shitstorm.
So I need you guys to read up on this stuff. But before we read up on it, let me confirm that there's a reason to read up on it. But there's a bunch of shit here. Like there is I don't know. I'm reading this write-up right now on where, like, all the things that...
We're going to end up talking about it later. I know
we are. It was originally posted on Reddit. Now, keep in mind, guys, before Battle for Azeroth, there was all the fake leaks with fake screenshots and fake...
everything.
Logos and... fake all the things. And
this looks really good, though.
It really does. But then again, so did... I don't know. I don't really know. But I'm interested in seeing what it's all about. Because now I didn't look that much into it because I, like you, was like, I don't really want to be spoiled. But I'm really excited to be spoiled now.
Damn you.
Yeah, I'm excited to be spoiled, and what I need is to look into this, but I'm waiting for this response. Hold on.
Dude, you are fucking heavy.
So, I don't know. Sometimes we're going to figure it out. This is what happens when you drink. Oh my God. If he shit on you right now, my life would be complete.
Did he fucking... He didn't shit, or he might have. Definitely a pug fart.
And you could hear him breathing. That's Pugsley breathing. It's why I don't own pugs. Pugs are cute from a distance in pictures when they're from your friend and his wife. When they are... Dude, if he shit on you, that would be amazing.
Kick his ass, Brandy.
Are they fighting?
Oh, they totally are. She's whooping his ass.
Oh my god. Look what he caused. Alright, so I'm gonna save this for next week because what I don't want to do is I don't want to be that guy that's like, go to the Onion and believe everything you see on it. I need to do some investigating to know if it's even worth investigating. Because my curiosity spiked. But keep in mind, this happens every year. Every time it's expansion time, this happens. And it's always an angry ex-employee who leaks it.
Yeah, don't put too much thought into it. It could be something like a what if.
Right.
Like another time, not a time walking, but the time jumping thing, like the one of those Cataclysm dungeons, where like the black dragonflight prevents some shit kind of deal.
I don't know.
My philosophy is like, you know, when it happens, it happens.
Somebody said, the stories and information posted here are artistic works of fiction and falsehood. Only a fool would take anything posted here as fact. That's funny. Well, it's fun to be excited about the possibility of the excitement, right? Like,
The what if, yeah.
I don't know. Now I'm going to be on a fucking... I got to go get food after this, and I got to read. Because now I'm interested, and I need to figure out if this is real.
I should have kept my mouth shut then.
Yeah, but here we are. Full-fledged on one.
I told you before, I'll join you in the loony bin.
You know what, though?
Chicken
Where's...
butt.
No. Where's the... Hold on. Guys, this is what happens when you investigate the investigation. And again, this is one of those things I get to be excited about because I don't know the answer to that question, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know. We're going to find out, though. So, guys, our homework. Our homework is to eat tacos.
And cherries. You gotta pop those cherries.
DitchCon, cherries. I really want chips. I have an obsession for the Ruffles, the Flamin' Hot Ruffles.
They're not bad.
No, they're really good. They're better than the Hot Cheetos, I think. I need another bag because mine's almost empty. But anyway, guys, we talked about a lot of things tonight, and I'm really excited because we haven't had a show, and it's been nice to have one. I am here. I know it feels like I'm dead sometimes. I don't particularly...
You look like death. You didn't have the cherry.
I did. I'm on 4.
Eat another one.
I-
Eat a pussy.
My...
Venom. Pussy.
I love Venom, by the way. It's my before bed watching movie. So here's the thing. I don't really do a lot of social media. I'm on there, but I don't really give a shit. I gotta be really honest. Social media does not bring any value to my life anymore. The only value it brings to my life is me scrolling and judging. My quality of life is not improved by being on any of the social medias anymore. It is no longer anything that is fun for me because I don't get it. None of it is sometimes. What I need to do, if I'm being honest, is I need to cull. I need to trim my Twitter down to people that I actually interact with, so that's the stuff I see in my feed, instead of a ton of shit that is, I don't want to say it's not interesting to me, but it isn't, it's not. Like, I've missed important tweets from people that were going through some shit that I would have liked to have seen. My friend Cuddles was going through some shit on Twitter, and I missed several of the tweets and was really annoyed because I didn't see it. Angie's going through some things. I don't know if she tweeted about it, but these are things I don't want to miss. when I'm in the shitter and I'm getting caught up on what's going on around the world. I don't want to miss things that are important and valuable to me. So maybe that's what I need to do. I need to trim it down to people that I actually, you know. But it's, you know why? It's because I don't want to unfollow people, because that's mean. But
Why?
Does anybody give a shit that if they don't interact with me, if I unfollow them? Does anybody care? No, nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a fuck about me or who I am on Twitter. Nobody cares. There is no fame to be had there, ladies and gentlemen.
I call my fucking list, well,
Drew
Twitter's
cares.
something else, but
Drew cares.
Facebook, I call that shit all the time because people are fucking stupid.
I-
And rather than just tell them they're stupid, I'm like, they'll figure it out on their own.
I don't do Facebook at all. Unless I have to.
We
Unless
know.
I'm forced. I'm forced.
By that. I'm a millennial. I still do Facebook.
Nova cares. But I would not unfollow Nova or anyone in this chat because you all interact with me. Facebook is just stupid. It's just a bunch of fucking rednecks with a keyboard. If you're a redneck, I'm not insulting you guys because I was a redneck at one point.
Here now,
But they're uneducated and it's...
and you're educated. I didn't mean that in a condescending way, by the way. I'm just really high now.
You're just really high. I've had a lot. Now it's weird being buzzed and trying to get your brain together for this investigation I'm going to launch. I'm going to do some gaming. I have not gamed. Bertha's seen me once this week, and it was because I needed 3 screens for work. Because when I got up here and I had to update everything, all my work shit was up, and I had to shut my work chat, all that stuff down.
She was texting me. She's got 1 billion updates. It's horrible.
Yeah, every single thing on her needed to be updated. She was very angry at me. So I texted Envy and was like, dude, this is fucking going to be hours. And for 45 minutes, she was updating. She was very sad. I know, I need to do my Mythic. I need to do my Plus because I have not been doing any of them. And I need to run them. Desperately.
Yes, you do, young lady.
I do, because I want to get I need the chest. So, guys,
Copy on a...
Drew, we're BattleNet friends, aren't we? Drew? I feel like we are. I don't know if we are, but if we are not, we should be. Well, it is... What is my... Bella saying to... Hold on. I should have this memorized.
I don't. It's like Belle saying...
1117. 3 1s and a 7.
Not everybody's gonna add you.
I had a few guildies ping me on Discord and say, "Hey, are you alive?" I'm like, "I know. It's been literally 0 communication. I apologize, but I am having a tough go of it." Also, AWC guys, Peekaboo's gonna be casting for the summer shit, and I am excited because it is fucking Peekaboo, and he's just a little guy, and Jelly Beans too. Peekaboo's literally like. He could be my child. Like, he is literally 12.
He's that kid from, Jesus. Ready Player One. Not really. The kid
When I met him
that-
at BlizzCon, he's
that good.
surrounded by all these chicks, right? Brohos, none of them are quality. Which, at his age, does he want quality? Nah, he's not looking for quality. But he
He's
just...
looking for quantity.
Right, and he's got one on each arm, and he's like, I'm just like, you could be my son, and... This is just... But
Hey, he could be your son, but to him, you could be his piece of ass. That's
I
the
don't
way he's
believe
looking
that's the
at you.
case at all. I have
That
no...
kid don't care. We've all boys have had their way with Sears catalog.
The cougar thing is not okay. Do you get what I'm saying?
I don't know.
And I don't even think I would be a cougar. I would be like whatever's older than a cougar.
Courtney Love.
I didn't say a mass amount of heroin
Cocaine
and prescription
heroin.
pills and
She's a murderer, you know.
plastic surgery. She's a what?
A murderer, you know.
Who did she murder?
Kurt Cobain, obviously.
Kurt Cobain murdered himself when he put the needle in his
No.
fucking arm. Am I sorry that he's not here? No, guys, I'm not sorry. You know why I'm not sorry? Because his quality of life was not a quality of life. I have an issue with him because my 20-year-old, who is slowly turning into not being the Nightmare. It's kind of weird. We're still in the ballpark of Nightmare, but we're
It's workable.
yeah, we're making our way through where it could potentially it might be like a mid-level, not full on Nightmare. It's the kid, that's what it is. But she was obsessed with Kurt Cobain and she worshipped him like he was the greatest thing ever, and she didn't have her facts straight. I just had to give her some, why don't you go ask his daughter how she feels about her dad? Because I'm sure she's going to give you a very different version than what the Hollywood true story has given you, because he was a junkie, guys. That's the reality. He was a junkie. And the problem with worshiping junkies is I don't even have to explain what the problem there is. But so whenever people talk about him, I get really angry because my daughter was like, his daughter was so mean to him and he just wanted to love her. And I'm like, you don't know anything about life. But I'm sure he had his own demons, guys. But hey, I battle demons and I'm not sticking a needle in my arm. I just want to throw that out there.
I battle demons. I call them the pugs. Anybody want them? I'll mail them.
Although cocaine is a hell of a drug.
It is indeed.
Nina Hartley.
Rip.
Nina Hartley, maybe. I was listening to all the you have now turned them into killer pugs.
Yeah. Well, in their veins runs the blood of a wolf, I guess.
Kind of.
They
runs the
hunt lions.
It runs the blood of a Gila monster.
Well, pugs hunt lions, right? Look it
What?
up on Google. It's worth a-
Pugs do not hunt lions. Pug
You haven't
hunts the
seen the
fucking
campaign.
treats in between the couch cushions. That's what pugs hunt.
That's you.
You know what? I figured it out. Like, pugs are essentially Envy's internal spirit animal. Like,
They're lazy.
the
they
life
love
of
food.
lazy and food is literally like, it's what he wants to be but can't because he's adulting.
A couple steps. I'm breathing hard too.
Same though, honestly. Same. So lots of good things. Not dead. DitchCon stuff coming along. I actually just started putting everything in the cart that I needed to do for decoration shit that I got to get done, which I went slightly easier on myself this round. It's just going to be big stuff, less. But yeah, guys, remember we're bi-weekly. So not next week, but the following week. It's really good that we are, because I don't think Envy and I could do it every week at this current stage.
It's
in our lives.
relaxing for sure.
Yep.
Quality of life improvement.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you gotta scale it back. But I will be in game. I'll be in places and things and doing stuff. And
Eating cherries.
yeah, I'm about to go downstairs and get some munchies too, because I am starving. So, guys, thanks for letting us entertain you for this, what is probably the third worst episode in history.
You're being a little lax there.
Am I? You know what? I am going to start streaming again, though. I know I say that every time we talk about it.
I'm still waiting for the.
I know. I actually put that on my OneNote to-do list to do tomorrow when I do the show graphic stuff, to get that sent over to you. But I don't want to stream at anything important. I just want to stream random shit I'm playing. Some of it won't be WoW, and it's going to have to be okay. And I have to be okay with that. It's not going to be WoW. Because sometimes I don't want to stream WoW, because sometimes when it's super late and nobody's on in WoW and I'm solo and I'm playing other games, and sometimes it would be fun to stream that stuff, because I don't know, me playing other games is weird, but
Oh, Dark.
oh, now he shows up. Now he shows up.
Were his ears ringing or something?
Maybe, 'cause-
Talking shit on him.
I was saying how I couldn't live without him, though. I feel like there was a compliment in there, right?
Yeah, I offered to fly him over to Denver.
Well, listen. No.
I'll take him to various locations in downtown Denver.
You know, most of the time on the weekends, I
Shotgun
have
Willies.
to
Diamond Cabaret.
most
I know
Most-
there's like a Colorado one in here somewhere.
most of the time on the weekends I have to make my own food. My own
Sweet.
coffee because I like to let him sleep. But then I'm really mad when I let him sleep because I really need my coffee. And then he tells me I'm selfish.
Should have get like one of those Nespresso.
I don't see that as selfishness. I see that as how much I need him. Right? No? All right, whatever. I'm over it. Guys, you got an idea? What's your idea?
Oh God. Why are you entertaining this?
I know, like, I'm like, I figured we could just. When are you guys going to Vegas?
At BlizzCon week, we're gonna.
Oh, I can't get away with going to Vegas and BlizzCon.
It's,
He'll never
We're,
allow it.
we're flying in Tuesday to Vegas, and then Wednesday we're flying into Anaheim.
Well, I'm already in. I check into my hotel Tuesday. Wait, so what are you saying? So
Actually, am I? Let's see. No, I fly to Vegas Monday, Tuesday fly to Anaheim.
I was gonna say, yeah, Monday. Monday I can't, but maybe I don't. My husband would kill me. He's cool and lets me do things, but you know,
You can bring him too.
I've been trying, guys. It is not for lack of trying. I have really tried hard, but he refuses. He refuses.
I can take him to a couple places.
That sounds ominous, but I'm in. Well, guys, I have to go get some food because I'm sweating, and
I smoked a brisket today that I still need a chop.
the fourth cherry might have been a mistake, but we'll see. Once I need to,
Make it a fifth.
because I didn't eat all my chicken earlier, so I feel like if I go eat some, no, I'm not eating a fifth one. 4 is good. I just slobbered.
No,
4.
no.
4.
Just do 5.
4. My mom's here. I can't embarrass myself in front
So
of my
give her
mother.
one too.
I know. My.
She says no. Good. Just stop being a bitch. Here.
I feel like she might actually say that. I got stuck on this fucking Reddit post again. All right. Well, guys, it's that time to.
Boogie on out of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the outro
food.
credits. Yeah, and I.
Fifth cherry.
No, I'm not gonna. There's no 5th cherry. You know why there's no 5th cherry? Because I don't really have a good reason. Being honest, I don't have a good reason.
Disappointed. I'm like really high on emotion. I don't know how I feel about this.
Well,
Alright, the moment's passed.
but
I want food.
I am Job.
Drew.
Drew said that my mom being there is the reason for the 5th. He's not wrong.
Wait, your mom's Italian, isn't she?
She
There
is.
you
She's
go.
full-blooded Italian. She's 4'11" and is.
Make it a 6th.
She, you know, 99% of the reason she comes here every year, I don't think is to see me. I think it's to be in my pool.
Make it a 7th then.
Maybe a 7th.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, my daughter's here. Well, she went to go hang out with friends. Because that's what we do. Guys, thanks for joining us. We love you all. You stop. Yeah, leave my mom alone. My mom is loud. Listen, I got my personality from somewhere. I just want to throw that out there as we're closing the show. My personality didn't just invent itself. So just chew on that there is a older original version of myself. And she
Yeah.
embarrasses him more than I do, which is funny. Because I'm pretty embarrassing. But you know what?
I tried.
Somewhere, somebody loves my embarrassing and he married me. And that says more about him than it does me. So, on that note, we're going to get the hell out of here. I love you all.
Adios.